Hello. Hey, y'all. All right. Hey, Melissa. Hey, TW. How y'all doing? I'm looking crazy. I got my old teacher shirt on. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I'll tell you. Can y'all hear me? I hope so. Can y'all hear me? Give me a one if you can hear me. Let me see. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Isaac. How you doing? Well, thank you, TW. Better in what way? Editing, content, or all of it? Oh my God, Melissa. It was a kind of crazy day. Hey, Esty. We got Isaac in the house. Tune up your mind. Isaac has been going live, doing his thing. He thinks his camera is not that great, but I told him it was fine. But he said no. Oh man. TW said all of it. In summer they are true. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that, TW. Because I don't know if you've seen the comments. I had some of these folks trying to come for me, so I had to eat them up real quick. Oh, hectic. Crazy like hectic. It's always good, right? Because I could have nothing going on. Okay. And that would be crazy tragic. Okay. I know I'm just giving you a hard time, Isaac. I know. I know how it go. You know, you want to do things the way you want them to be done. So, he's on here with his channel name, Tune Up Your Mind. No, he wouldn't have you on Block TW. So, how y'all doing? So today, the rest of my supplements came in. I do not like that my supplement companies, they use UPS, and me and the UPS man evidently don't have good vibes. I don't know if he thought my clinic was empty because I do need to put some type of blind. My door is the only door. No, the insurance company, they have a glass door too. Like my door is the only one that has like a glass insert. And so I don't have the reception area furnished yet because I was trying to decide what direction I want to go. So I don't know if he just don't want to leave them there. I don't live far from my office, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. So if I saw that it had been delivered, I could go get it. But like my FedEx people, they know me, and my FedEx hub is 8, 10 minutes away. So yeah, so I end up trying to be there at the time that he had been coming, and then he didn't show up for 4 hours. so so that kind of threw me off because I didn't take nothing, to work on. So I did that. And that sucked up a good chunk of my time. And then I just was tired. And then of course these dogs. Then of course I'm still on Zoom, even though I really shouldn't be on Zoom. But my mentor has brung on her second cohort. So I wanted to support that today. Just as a shining example, like I know y'all probably like, what? These names of the bacteria and all the things or whatever, but it can be done and you can revamp, your practice and things of that nature. show you how the day went. I didn't even get my steel cup ready. So I'm drinking water out of a glass. All right, let's see. What's the topic for today? So Isaac, we typically start with wins and then we get into the question of the week. So let's go over wins first. So everybody put their wins in the chat. Melissa say she all right. Melissa, UPS isn't all that great for drop off stuff. LOL. At least that's my experience. Yeah, I kind of like my FedEx people. Yeah, no, it wasn't Amazon. TW. I wish, or what I could do is, I don't know. Maybe I can have them deliver them here, but then I don't want to be taking them to the office. Melissa said a couple of times that dropped off our work packages at a whole different building, and the bosses had to go drive to the location to pick them up. Oh my God. Absolutely, that's a win, Isaac. That is always a win. TW said, fix my dishwasher. Oh my God, you did it yourself. What was wrong? My win for the day is I only had to work half the day, but got paid for the full day. We had a picnic the rest of the day, playing cornhole and some other games. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. So it's been 2 weeks since we've been here, because last week we did our first girls' night on Friday for members only. And so I've had quite a bit. So as you heard, all my supplements came in. So I have my full private line going officially now. I did my first webinar yesterday. Oh, my hair looks crazy. Yesterday, and everybody found it to be very informative. It was on gut health, what my reset framework is about, and how my reset insight program works, and can get to the root cause of a lot of things. So that was a win. And yeah, it's only up from here. So I think that was all I had. Let's see. Thanks, Melissa. Pump motor went out. Oh, okay. That's good. It was informative. Oh, thanks, Melissa. All right. So we had some pretty good wins. I think that was it. I think I showed y'all last time. This is my this is what I look like in real life. Yeah. This is my book that goes with the my programs. So it's I'm like Isaac now. I'm a published author. See if y'all can see that. It's a journal. So like it guides them through the framework, give them prompts and things of that nature. So pretty excited. It's listed on Amazon, but I should be having my author copies come soon. So I'm feeling a little fancy, you know what I'm saying? Feeling a little fancy. So it's exciting to be moving in the right direction. Yes, Melissa, it is actually on Amazon. It is. And you can use it as a standalone, obviously, but it's meant to complement my programs. But you definitely can use it as a standalone. Thanks, TW. It is called, you should be able to pull it up, Reset 30-Day Wellness Guide. It's live on Amazon now, Isaac. Reset 30-Day Wellness Guide. Well, you know what, Melissa? Maybe I can copy and paste. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't give me the line with the technology. Maybe I can figure it out. All right, let's see. I wonder. Yeah, I think it's under Reset 30-Day Wellness Guide. I would have to check and see. Hello, Freaky A. Melissa. Oh, okay. I was just using reset. Yeah, I think you had to put in reset 30-day wellness guide. Yeah, it's on Amazon. All right. So, not sure if you all know this, but September is Self Care Awareness Month. So, hey, positive. Did it happen today? Because I heard they wasn't coming. I know they were supposed to be at Great Lakes, but I heard they wasn't in the city. Okay, Isaac, appreciate it. Now Isaac, you asking me stuff. I had somebody to bring my vision to life. So I just know paperback, but I would assume it's available on Kindle. I'm not sure. I mean, it's KDP, right? Ain't Kindle KDP? I'm not sure. I delegated this task. I had someone bring my vision to life and do all that background stuff. So TW, I was just about to bring that up. It is my intent to be able to bring that back next week. Next week we have the XJW back, which is a members only live. And so I had been looking at like some YouTubers. And so I know what I'm able to do. I think that it can't be maybe two devices on or something like that. So we definitely gonna try it again. And that way people can come up and just, talk versus having to type everything. And then if people want to type, they can. Yeah, I heard they was at Great Lakes. All right. Okay. That's a good question though, Isaac. I mean, I need to know. Oh, you know what? This might be a bit of a win. Just before I pushed live to join, one of my friends reached out to me and asked me if I would be willing to come and speak for about 45 minutes to an hour to the women at her church about breast cancer. And I think she was saying it's a paid situation where they would pay me $100. Tell you how the universe will listen when you align yourself. This is what I wanted to get into, being able to go out and speak in front to women. So I responded to her, and we'll see. But I'll definitely do it. Breast cancer is a disease close to my heart. Both of my grandmothers had it. One survived and lived to be 94. The other, it came back. I had a younger cousin who developed breast cancer and it spread, and she died at a young age. So, yeah, fingers crossed, guys. I might have my first official paid speaking health and wellness gig. So that'll be fun and interesting. So, and guess what, guys? Because I'm not a JW, I don't have to worry about going to talk to the ladies at the church. Can't tell you how many times I had opportunities to do stuff with a church group or something like that. And it would just be all this, rigmarole. Yes, Isaac, absolutely. Oh, that's smart, TW. That's smart. All right. So back to what I was saying. September is Self-Care Awareness Month. And so the question of the week, especially the week that I was kind of having, it's related to that. Like, what practices have you adopted or you've just been doing for a long time to prioritize self-care that do not like involve beautification? right? Because some people see getting their hair done, their nails done, but like things that self-care as far as like the physical or the spiritual or the emotional, like what things have you done, or what things have you done, are you doing, or would like to do? We know you not. Hey, Voodoo Child. That is awesome. And so Positive said she started walking 1 hour every day since June. People who I talk to on a regular basis, they get sick of me talking about walking. Walking is so underestimated, right? Like obviously it's a good way to get some exercise in, right? Get your steps in, get your heart pumping and things of that nature. But walking can be very, kind of relaxing. It can help give you a reset. It can help give you an energy boost. Yeah, when I feel the difference in my body, like right now, I haven't really been exercising because I think I told y'all before I had to get these gel injections in my knee. And I almost feel like my knee is kind of full, but I'm just going to, do the whole course, which is 5 injections. Excuse me. So I'm going to do that. So I'm getting them before tomorrow. But yeah, I got to remember not to say the W word because the dogs are listening. So yeah, I take them on a stroll every morning, you know, sometimes only 10, 15 minutes, just so that they can stretch their legs, but also just to get some fresh air. So that's great. That's great. Are you doing it like outside on the track? Are you doing it inside or a mix? TW said, my self-care goal, really cut back on sugar, beef, and pork consumption big time. Okay. Yeah. And is it like, have you done any kind of testing? Obviously sugar, yes. But do you just feel weighted down when you eat beef and pork? I think you said you was vegan before. Yeah, positive walking can be healing. TW said walking clears the mind. Yup, endorphins. Absolutely. Right? We see it in movies all the time, right? They be arguing, this is nothing. They be like, you know what? Take a walk. Take a walk. Somebody comes in, break it up. Yeah, can't say the W word. And the big one knows how to actually spell the word. So I can't say that either. He has not figured out what stroll means just yet. So this is my life over here. Voodoo said, making my walk a priority has been critical to my self-care routine. I started with 2K steps and I'm now at 10K a day. That's awesome. Added intensity with weighted vest. I just got a weighted vest. I loved it. I've only did the treadmill once with it, but it did add that intensity. And now incline as well. Down, get out of here. That's awesome, Voodoo. That is awesome. Let's see. Pop said, I go to the track on Cicero. Oh, okay. That's like Matt sending out that way. At least that's what I connect to Valmer Road, even though I know it goes further than that. That is great. 13.9 to 5.9. That's really awesome. I love when people prioritize their health and wellness because it's real out here, y'all. It's about to get, in my opinion, I don't know. I think the fall winter could be jacked up. Let me just say that. So the best thing to do is to kind of counteract and make sure your gut health is in order. Like 70% of our immunity is held there. So it's like we want to make sure our guts are healed so that immunity is intact. People still look at me crazy because I still wear my mask. It's very seldom I go in public places and don't have my mask. And if I do, I didn't did everything to try to boost it before I went, and I'm gonna do everything when I get home to try to boost it because I don't want the cooties. Okay, you got your physical schedule for October. Yep, 4 miles, 10K. Okay, yeah, Country Club Hills. Okay. All right, Isaac said he had a Zoom call to jump on in 5 minutes, but I wanted to join in and support live. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Isaac. And don't be Zooming with all these people. I know it's your ministry to help these people, but don't drive you crazy if that's what you're jumping on Zoom to do. Have some self-care. Start doing some group sessions. Have a good night, Isaac. Let's see. Voodoo, that is an amazing result. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait. So after I get the shot, I can walk. They want you to walk. They don't want you to just go home and rest and things of that nature. But it's like no jumping, no running. So now that I didn't kind of really like doing the walking with the weighted vest, I don't know if that, could trigger anything. I'm like, Lord, I can't wait to get these shots done so I could just kind of get back into, my flow of exercising. I know I have to get back to prioritizing weight resistance and, things of that nature. And so, yeah, this is awesome. TW mentioned it as far as having this appointment for October schedule. People don't realize that self-care is doing your annual appointments. I wanted to make a video about that, and I probably still will, because especially like for women, I would say, women obviously having your annual women's wellness exam, your regular primary care exam, but also a dental exam. If you like over, 50, go and get your teeth and mouth examined, right? I love my dentist because in his exam, before you're cleaning and all that stuff, he, actually lets you know I'm examining your mouth, under your tongue, looking for lesions to see if you have any kind of, cancer, signs of cancer in your mouth. And I'm like, I had never had that done before. They go in, they do, they scale or do whatever, floss and polish and tell you, see you in 6 months. So that really impressed me, that he not just concerned about the teeth, but the whole mouth. Let's see. Voodoo said, "Yeah, gut health is a major contributor overall. It is. It's unbelievable how much gut health plays a role. People are inflamed, and they thinking it's this, or that." People are experience bloating, whether they eat a salad or a burger. People are tired, even when they have slept 8 hours, even when they have taken a nap and things like that. And a lot of us, are sitting here with dysbiosis, which is basically an imbalance of your good and bad bacteria in your gut. Some of us have high levels of H. pylori. Some of us have parasites. Some of us have viruses. Some of us have high levels of, what is it called? Calprotectin, which is an indicator for inflammation. So if that calprotectin level is high, you pretty much would go about healing that person's gut as if they had leaky gut, because if that is high, that means your whole gut is inflamed. If it's inflamed, the chances are it's leaking all kinds of toxins into your blood system. And that's why, you have inflammation in your legs and your arms and this, that, and the third. You know, it's so interesting. Um, yeah, it's mind blowing. You know, a healed gut, as I discussed in my webinar last night, a healed gut can activate the body's own natural GLP-1 pathways, you know. But you're not going to hear a lot of people talking about that because they just like, you know, I want the shot, which is nothing wrong with that. I shared in my webinar too. When I was so inflamed and had ballooned up to 210 pounds, my endocrinologist, you know, put me on a GLP-1. And so along with diet and exercise, I was able to get down to like 170, 175. And then fall of 2023, I took myself off of it. And I've been able to maintain since then. But those lingering kind of GI issues kind of still seem to stick around sometime, or this, that, and the third. 6 years ago, I tried to tell my primary care doctor, hey, I think I got this thing called leaky gut. She was like, take a probiotic, keep it moving. So after I did my hair strand analysis, after I did my GI map, yes, because I've been healing it now. So leaky gut, but it's getting better because I'm doing all the things to heal it, you know, taking all the right supplements and things like that. Hence my private, you know, my private line. But yeah, the gut holds the answers to a lot of the root causes of the things that pains us. Yeah, inflammation is. That's why I was asking my friend, I was like, do they want me to come and talk about just like breast cancer and like why it's bad, or you know, or do they want me to talk about like risk factors and things that we to minimize it? So I'm kind of excited. So let's see. Voodoo said, oh yeah, I hate the dentist, but I have my appointment every 3 months without fail. There you go. TW said, I like private practice dentists. There are so many franchise dental centers that are not. Yes. Yeah, he's an independent. He's really amazing. Like he almost like Mr. Rogers. You ever like meet somebody like a Mr. Rogers? Like, and he had all 5-star reviews when I went to him. And I was just like, I ain't never seen nothing like that, right? Not for no dentist or a doctor or something like that. And yeah, I just was like, oh, I love this guy. And when he had pulled my tooth, when I had to have that tooth extracted, he called me and was like, this is my cell phone, this, that, and the third, you know, like checking on me. I just don't remember that. Well, I take that back. The dentist I had before that, she was attentive, but not to that degree. Not to be like, hey, this is my cell phone. You know, she'd be like, no, call that. What did they used to have back in the day? Like after hours calls, like call centers, you know? But now people just check their voicemail. Are you pulling our leg, Melissa? About not going to the dentist since you was 18? Let's see, Melissa. Only reason why I got to go to the eye doctor is because if I don't, I might go blind. I have this thing where liquid build up behind my eyes, and I have to go for them to make sure the liquid stays out. Well, I'm glad you go and do that. All right, Ma. See you later. Melissa, Mr. Rogers is creepy. My mother didn't like the guy, so my sister couldn't watch him. I loved Mr. Rogers. I always was watching Mr. Rogers. Now, the only thing that was creepy was the little puppet, the king and all them. They was weird. But him, when he would interact with kids or neighbors and stuff like that with real people, I love that. Melissa, you better take your butt to the dentist. Voodoo, my dentist is a trip, but she's very good at her. Is it Dr. Heavenly? But she's very good at her work. I even took my mom to my dentist now. We both have the same dentist. Yeah, my husband, he switched over to my dentist, you know, because I was singing the guy's praises. And so he likes them too. Yeah, those focus was that was the only thing that kind of creeped me out. I liked Mr. Rogers himself. And maybe I just feel like I liked him so much because now as an adult I can appreciate what he was trying to do at the time, you know? Vitamin K2 balanced with D3 and magnesium glycinate helps to prevent the buildup of plaque on teeth and inside arteries. Yeah, magnesium glycinate is amazing. And most people are basically magnesium deficient. That's why when they do start taking magnesium glycinate, they feel like, oh my God, this, and it's because they, deficient. And D3 will make you feel that way as well, because most of us don't drink whole milk no more. When we was kids, we were always outside and we drank whole milk. Most people don't, that I know, probably outside of my Indian friends, and I'm not trying to be funny, I don't think nobody drinks whole milk. I might have a few friends who still drink skim milk, but most people drink almond. Mm-hmm. So that's why we all sit in and we ain't outside like, like kids. So our vitamin D levels are low. And little FYI, ideally for most people, especially women, you want it to at least be 50 to 70, your vitamin D. Don't let your doctor get you to 30, and just because it say normal, get yourself to 50, get your level up to 50 or 70. That way you get the most bang for your buck, and like it helps, and you should have like, less colds and things of that nature. Somebody want to come say hi. Worrisome. Don't go ahead and say hello. Worrisome. All right. Okay, Melissa drink 2%. See, but not whole milk. Okay, TW said he'd be right back. Yes. Look at him. Look. Look in the camera. Them big eyes. Them big eyes. Gone somewhere, cat. He like a cat. He like to get up on the top of the couch like a cat would. Okay, gone somewhere. Go lay down. Oh, that's you saying hi to the dog. I'm an old lady, Voodoo, if you ain't know that. Thank you. Go lay down. Yeah, he worrisome. The other one, um, he either is upstairs with my husband because he watching the game, or he's listening because they didn't bust the door open because I had my door closed. And he's listening to what's going on the couch. They both hilarious. They both hilarious. Both are hilarious. So anyway, guys, I'm so glad to hear that people are prioritizing their health. We have to do. We have to. Like, I used to hate it when I was younger. Your money ain't right. You thinking you supposed to be balling till you fall, in your 20s, getting your career going and stuff like that. And, you have somebody older than you like, hey, you got your health. Health is wealth and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to get some money, But now that I'm 50, if I don't have my health, if I'm not feeling great, and, not just being the face of a wellness practice, right? But like, if I'm not, feeling great, doing well, reducing my risk, the things that I can actually control, to not develop chronic conditions like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, cancer, just a number of things, right? Arthritis. then I got to do it. If I want to live, you know, to be as old as my grandma was, 94, I had to do it because I used to tell my grandma, I'm like, yeah, grandma, because they had gotten the for TB when they like first came out, and because she had siblings who had passed from contracting TB, so her mom, my great grandma, I didn't know her, was like, these 5 children are going to get it. And so I tell my grandma, I said, I don't know. They must have put something in there because I'm like, y'all been living a long time. Like I had 2 uncles that they drank and smoked cigars, okay? And they lived to be like in their 80s. My grandma and the sister right under her lived to be over 90 years old. My other aunt, and she was a heavy woman, definitely like well over like 250 pounds probably. She lived to be 85. You just don't, you know, you just don't see that kind of stuff happening per se, right? But also I think it's because they didn't stress. Now my grandma and her sisters were professional gospel singers, so they, really held on to their faith, and I think that helped as well. But they didn't stress per se. Do you know what I mean? Like this was a time, like my grandma was basically a stay-at-home mom. The singing, they, it was gospel back in the day. Nobody was, making millions of dollars or anything like that. you know but I think that's part of it, because yeah, I grew up eating, pork on a regular basis, homemade cornbread, and things like that. Like we didn't eat kale, the stuff wasn't organic. But also I think everything was probably truly organic back then. It wasn't until you know greed set in, and now we got so much stuff that's GMO, you know like, I don't know, all those things. So we got to do things different to live longer. So let's see. Let's see. Hey, Lena. They can be very nosy. Absolutely. The fact that one of them can spell, it's so fun. Girl, yes. Very smart. The big one is the one who how to spell it. He missed his calling. He should have been a law enforcement dog. Very, very, very smart. Is going to pick up on a scent. He knows everything. He knows RABBITSs that live in the backyard. He knows all the things. He don't know how to spell that yet, so that's why I can't say it. Hey, cool sense, what's going on? Voodoo, that's for real. I'm trying to live long and well and outside of, okay. Yeah, because it's not nice, it's not nice. And I have some family members that's kind of where it's at, because their kids just can't, take care of them per se, because they kind of need that round the clock care. Or I shouldn't say care, but like they need somebody to be there, around the clock kind of thing, because of fall risk and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's important, y'all. They wasn't lying. Uh-oh. Let's see. My teeth got shot out by some street dude who asked if I believed in God. That's what I forget for not having street smarts in Los Angeles. I don't know what to do about my teeth. Oh, sorry to hear that. Um, I mean, they have implants. You can get dentures, partials, but you definitely would want to start with a general dentist about that. Lena, exactly. Their view of life was different, I'm sure. It was. Like they didn't have to deal with all the BS that we have to live with. That's why it's so important to like prioritize self-care. And like I try to tell people, like I do something every morning and I probably need to cut the time down a little bit, but I have a woosah moment in the morning. And that means I do what I want to do. So whether that's play the game, whether that's watch TV or whatever, I do that. And then at 9 o'clock, I'm punching in, so to speak. Sometimes my patients will text me. If I feel up to it, I'll respond back. But from like 7, because that's what time I take them out. From 7 to 9, that is my time. I drink my coffee. I may unload the dishwasher, but I'm just having a moment to myself because I know once 9 o'clock hit, I may not get that moment again until it's time to go to bed, you know? And I'm going to get back into doing, my meditation and kind of like journaling in the morning and then try to cut my woosah time down. Because I play that game. People go smoke cigarettes. I play the game. I love puzzle games and word games. So that's what I do. And card games. Lena, more vegetables. Yup. Cool Sensei, gotta stay away from the absolutely processed food and definitely anything GMO, real food with real ingredients. Absolutely. This is super important when it comes to like gut health, right? Overall health. Y'all, I did a hair strand analysis. This is a test that I offer at my clinic. And it showed, toxins, additives, things that are highly sensitive, contributing to the inflammation and what's, the root causes of stuff going on in my body. So I think it was called BHT or BHA. And my mentor, we going over and we, analyzing the results. And she's like, you kind of usually see this in cosmetic. It's interesting that it's showing that it's inside you. And so that made me say, okay, let me go look. Because for the most part here, what we bring in the house is non-GMO and organic. Every now and again, I'm sure something probably slips in, right? But for the most part, that's all we buy, at least 90-95% of the time. And soy-free, all that stuff. Some say, go check that gum. I love gum, y'all. I love it. And so I had got back to chewing Orbit. That sweet mint, ooh, that used to be my thing back in the day. And I started going back eating that. Some say, go check that gum. Why did the gum have the BHA or BHT? I can't remember which one. I think it was BHT in it, talking about to preserve the freshness. Now, this is like something that's toxic to my body. And then as I'm reading, and they so clever with it. So y'all gotta, anything that you're buying kind of packaged off the shelf, flip it around and look at those ingredients. And like in small letters, as I'm already tripping that it's BHT in this. So I'm like, well, this has to be the source because I'm chewing gum all day. Why I say a bioengineered food. And I'm thinking to myself, so the gum is GMO? Like, isn't it just whatever the gum base is? And you thinking it's probably like some type of like essential oil for the mint flavor. And so I'm like, here it is. I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing good with this gum, blah, blah, blah. It's cool. It's just gum. And it's contributing to the root causes going on in my body. So I found a new gum that's, clean. Nothing in it affects my body. It's called Simply Gum. It's expensive. But I didn't get used to it. But it's crazy out here. So Cool, since you're right, go sit down. Go. I'm gonna make you get in the crate. Let's see, JW observation. The longer one is in the JW JW observation. The longer one is in the JW High Control Group, the less one reads Watchtower magazines and other publications. The body is always seeking to heal mentally and physically. What you mean, TW? Hi, cool. Oh, she's saying hi to Cool Sense. Hey guys. Oh yeah. I never learned how to play hearts. My mom tried to show me. Maybe it's an app, maybe it's a game, and I can probably learn on there. I like bid. To be honest, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, if I could find people where I live that would love to get together like on a Friday or Saturday and like play bid or spades, talk junk, eat. Oh, that would just melt my butter. Now I have friends that I could probably do that, but they live in the city. It takes me like, if I'm going to the west side, maybe 40 minutes to get to the city. If I'm going out south, it's going to take me at least an hour, And it's not because it's a million miles away. It's just, that's how far I live. Lena says, every start of the day, the 5 a.m. clubs, 20, 20 minutes of exercise, 20 sitting, meditating, 20 learning something new. Oh, I like that. I'm going to have to adopt that. Local veggies are also good for starving out allergies. Yes. Yeah, that's right. And guess what? Orbit is, recommended by the ADA. So this is where I am with stuff. Cause like, I had a guy come by the clinic today that kept talking about that their body contouring machine is FDA cleared and and he just kept saying that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that don't really faze me, because as a healthcare provider, I know that, and I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie about the opioid crisis, but the FDA had approved that. And it looks like they knew that the pharmaceutical company was not being honest. And then you had all these people addicted. You see what I'm saying? So just when people be like, it's FDA approved, it's like, okay, calm down. Like, all right. And just like it's approved today, just like with Watchtower, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years from now, they can have new light. Okay? So Kusin says he has a full garden going off in my backyard, been growing. That is awesome. I really want to get into a garden, but like I say, it's like Wild Kingdom in my backyard, right? We got the rabbits. I done seen a possum or two. Now we haven't had the coyotes in our backyard, but we definitely have had the coyotes come down the street. Yeah, it's just, I call it Wild Kingdom over here. So I was like, well, maybe we start with 1 or 2 things maybe next year and do those like bucket gardens versus trying to like put it in the ground. But I would love that. I would be good with, and my granddad, my dad's dad, he had them, and he would do tomatoes and peppers and chili peppers and green. I loved it. I would love to have one. Maybe I can, try a couple of vegetables in those bucket gardens. Yes. Next time you go in, look at the back of like a 3-pack of Orbit, because that's what we would get, and you'll see. And you wouldn't know. You see the big, American Dental Association stamp, like you say, keep your mouth clean. I would chew the mess out of that. Elena, JW November 2025 Study Magazine is telling the older ones the world may not end anytime soon. Oh, you know what? I think I seen a couple of videos about that. Like I said, I've been kind of consumed with getting my webinar together yesterday. So I was like, I'm gonna tap in. But I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go look. I'm gonna have to go look. I can put my 2 cents in. Yeah, me too, Melissa. Yes. Okay, I got you. Yeah, for mental health, the body knows to remove reading materials that enslave. Cool sense. Same way out here in Los Angeles, everywhere is an hour away. Yes. Uh, hey, Orn. I believe that's how you say it. Um, it is new light. FDA is just like the JWs. They come out with new light. Lane along, Esty said, "What is the Watchtower? What is Watchtower saying? Is it encourage you to get a retirement plan? Yeah, so you can get reoccurring payments. Hey, born JW, TW, hi SD, born JW, blue, hi." Get some raised beds. Yeah, I think somebody told me that before. I don't even. I would have to probably pay somebody to come in and set it up for me. I got a buddy I went to high school with. Like her thing looked great. I've been thinking like I should ask Samaj to just come over here and set mine up. Let me pay you to set my garden up. I'm gonna have to go check it out. Yeah, I bet they are. But are they Esty? Are they? Are they saying what the heck? If y'all looked at my one, I can't remember which video it was. I can't remember if it was the black one, and we should talk about that. But um, if you're not a member, the XJW kickback, we talk about all the things that YouTube will probably flag us on this side. Um, but yeah, that video definitely made some hit dogs holler. But I think it was the other video, the what the F video. I almost feel like that they're coming out with all this new light that none of us thought would ever occur because they're trying to make a line in the sand. Like who gonna double down, and no matter what we say, no matter what we change, they gonna still do what we say. And then the ones who like, I'm out, they out. Then that way they can double down and just focus on those. And then they could just work them to the bone, right? They can just pull them constantly in, you know? Um, we was talking about that in my Zoom, gut health. Like, to be honest, I would be okay with reducing my patient load if it's like the quality in intentional patients versus everybody that come through the door letting them be a patient just for the money. I'd rather have like 25 core patients that this is what they doing. This is how they are investing in themselves. And I think that's what they're doing. I could be wrong. Lord knows I could be wrong. But I feel like is maybe is that may have been triggered because of all the legal stuff, that could have been it. Thank you, born JW. Hey, Claudia. Oh my God, cool sense. Yes, but I feel like if we talk about that, YouTube will start tripping. Okay, Melissa talking to TW. let's see. Everybody saying hi, hi Miss Rice. Um. Yeah, you would think they would wake up, but I don't think so. And I ain't gonna lie, I really wanted to reach out to like a couple of people just to kind of test. Let me see, I could test the vibe, but I feel like they so programmed that even if they like saying amongst themselves, what the F is going on, they wouldn't dare say it to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why even waste my time? Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard not to be like, how do y'all not see this, right? Even with what Cool Sense said about I don't want to say the name and stuff like that because I don't want YouTube to start giving us a hard time. But the incident that happened yesterday, right? Nobody wants to see somebody get unalived, and things of that nature. But looking at the comments and some of the things that's going on, it shows you how it can happen. So what I mean by that, Melissa, is you have all this evidence, all this content, all these videos, all these comments where this person has spoke terribly about people racially, gender, like just a lot of stuff, right? But then you have these group of people, and everybody can see that, right? This is not no AI. This is is here your digital blueprint, right? Digital footprint. Then you have the other side where people feel like, oh, that was just spirited debate. This is really what it is. He was all about Jesus. It's just like you got the people over here like, are you kidding me? And nothing this group say to this group is gonna make this group see it any different. And that's just how it go. Like I told myself today, I'm not gonna read no more comments. I'm not gonna. I follow a lot of uh, white content creators, political creators, and I was like, all right, today's the last day of me going down the rabbit hole and consuming that because it ain't gonna do nothing but like irritate me. People feel like they can say whatever they want to say, and as long as they say, well, I'm not this, I'm not that, but if everything you do and say is that thing, then if it's a duck and it quack, it's a duck, right? So I hope y'all get what I'm saying without YouTube giving us a hard time. Yes, Esty, they want the hardcore fanatics. Hey, so now there you go. So what Regina said, the new light comes after the court decisions. Follow it, you'll see. Lena said, I think they are dismantling slowly. Good. Enough time to get the money, hide the money, and then enough people leave, they close shop. I don't think so. I think they too arrogant to just completely shut down. They'll go, I think they'll go and be off the grid like what are they called? 2x2s or something like that. I think they will go and do that before they just be like, we gone. And I think look at it like this, y'all. Am I getting comments? Because the last comment was Lena Long. I was trying not to say trigger words. Are y'all putting comments in there? Or y'all typing? Can somebody just put a 1? And thank you for liking the live. And I think they didn't got us because I don't see no more comments. The last comment I saw was Lena Long. I think they are dismantling slowly. Good enough time to get the money, hide the money, and when enough people leave, they close shop. See? I was trying not to trigger words, but I cannot see the chat no more. I mean, I can't. If y'all are chatting, I don't see anything. So if you putting a one in the chat, I don't see it. They do this every time. I try not to use any words. They get on my nerves when they do this. Okay, guys. So if you can still hear me, I'm going to end this live and then I'll come back. And hopefully you'll join us because this was a good discussion. And we'll just keep it about the JWs. They don't seem to mind that. But when we talk about other stuff, they don't like it because the chat not moving. So I'll be back.